Hey everybody, this is Kevin over at Roving Reality. So if you guys remember, a few days ago I had made mention up on the Facebook page that I actually got a unit from the guys over at ROK7. So this is a VR Box 2.0 VR headset for mobile devices. So we're going to go through and take a look at this guy today, see everything that's in the box. We're going to see how it works. I've got a couple of Android phones sitting here, one LG V20, one that's a LG G5. We're going to see how they fit into this unit. We'll also take a little bit of a look at it, probably in a later video, actually go through a full review of it. We're going to look at it to see how this unit actually works with both Android devices as well as with an iPhone device. So if you guys are ready, let's get this thing kicked off. So let's get it cracked open. So let's see what all we have in here. So inside, so we've got the headset, of course, nicely packaged in here. We have some type of little rubber bumpers that came in here. I've got a cleaning cloth. I think everybody probably has probably dozens of these things by this point. We've got a product manual for it. Came with the VR Box. It's written in both English and Chinese. Tells you how to go through, install the software, where to get it from for either your Android or iOS device. Tells you how to get your phone put in there and kind of how to use it, and some little bit of generic instructions on here about do's and don'ts and things like that. So we'll set this aside. So let's go through and take a look and see what all we have in here. So this packaged up in here, this is our Bluetooth controller. This is actually really nice. Some of these head units come with the Bluetooth controller, not all of them do. So this is actually really nice. So this should actually pair up to our phone, allow us to actually interoperate within the VR environment. So this actually tells us how to go through, again, Chinese and English. Tells us how to go through and get the unit set up with with our phone, not necessarily with the headset. The headset on these really is just more of a physical device, at least from what I've seen in the past, and I don't expect this one to be too different. Oh, this is actually really nice. So this unit actually has not only the back strap, but also has a top strap that comes around the top of your head as well. I've seen a lot of these where it is only the back strap here and no top strap here. So this is actually pretty nice. It does have the 3-point connector back here on the back. So that as it goes on the back of your head, it should actually be a bit more comfortable. So taking a look inside of here, and I'm not sure how well this will show up on the video, but we actually do have some protective lens covers on here. So they do peel off. So if you can see these right here, the little protective lens covers that are on here, and I'm not going to peel these off at the moment, but that's really nice that they put these on here. So those help protect the lenses. Far too often you'll end up, if these are not on here, I've actually gotten 1 or 2 units that did not have these, and the lenses ended up coming in the box, and there were some light scratches on the lenses, which, you know, for a lot of people it's probably okay, but if you're like me, I'm a little bit of trying to think of the right terms, a little bit OCD. so that generally tends to start bugging me after a while. So let's see if we can figure out how to get this particular unit open to get the phone inserted. And I do see that we've got some controls. The controls up on the top actually control the distance of the lenses to the wearer's eye. So that's kind of nice, and we have controls here as well. So what those two do is they actually control the distance, or the pupillary distance, between the center of the lenses. So anybody that wears glasses is very familiar with pupillary distance. So it's the distance between the pupils in your eyes. So I actually do wear glasses, so I am familiar with that. So that's actually really nice that it has those levels of controls. Okay. So let me take a look at this. This one, triggering this one to actually get it open is a little bit different. So it says that it should pop open. And you know what it may be. I may have to remove the protective film on this first. So let's pop. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Love pulling that film off. So there we go. So there's part of that. Actually, that's just the logo piece that I pulled off. Oh, I see. And that's actually meant to slide sideways, even though I ended up pulling it off. So that pulls sideways. And let's see. Usually, the way these guys are made is they just flip down. And I will figure this out, guys, I promise. They typically... there we go. Okay, so this is how this one works. So this actually has a slide out tray. So I've seen some of them, so the reason why I kept pulling on this is I've seen some of these guys where the front of the unit here actually flips open. So it flips open, you lay your phone into it, and then it flips closed. This one is actually a little bit different. So this one is different in that we actually have a tray, a removable tray. So the tray comes out of the unit here, it comes out of the side here. You put your phone into it, and you take it, and you slip it right back down in. Now that actually would have been nice if they had noted that in the manual here. And I'm looking back through it. Yeah, I don't see anything in the manual here that is explicit about that. Although that being said, they do show that little tray here sliding into the side. So I guess it's somewhat inferred by the way the manual is written. So that's it. So here we go. So we're going to try this. So this one may not work. This is a rather large phone. So this is my LG V20 got for Christmas last year. So I'm not going to be overly shocked if this one doesn't fit, especially with the case in there. But oh my God, holy cow. It actually fits. Look at this, guys. I mean, seriously, this is a monster of a phone. This is an LG V20 right here with the case on, no less, with the case. And it actually fits right up into this guy. All right, so now let's see. So let's see if it will fit in here. So we're kind of a little bit beyond the edge of this with the rubber bumper from my phone. So it may not work. It's kind of pressing out a little bit here on the side. So I'm not going to be overly surprised if this doesn't work. Yeah, I'm not going to stick that down in there. I'd be a little bit concerned about scratching up the face of my phone. But that's actually, I'm really surprised that this fit into the holder with the case on it. So that holds a lot of promise. So here we have an LG, this is an LG G5 versus the V20. The V20 obviously is a considerably larger phone. And I'm sure if I pull the case off of this, it will fit. I will be going through and playing around with that and trying it here not too much longer. But this is the LG G5. This one actually has a case on it as well, but the G5 is not quite as large of a phone to begin with. So I do expect this one to actually slip down into the carriage, and let's see if it will go in and hold. Am I doing this right? Let's see, this should be the back of the phone. Yes, yep, that's correct. So that should be the back of the phone. And is there a cutout for controls? We're just trying to make sure we get this in the right way. So normally you hold the phone like this, you go like this. So and this may be a little tricky with the case on here. If it is, we can take the case off of it and actually try it again. And this one is a little bit of an oddball too, because anybody that's familiar with the G5, it has this curved back to it. So that's actually seems to be presenting a little bit of an issue here. Although that being said, I tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to come back. I'm going to uncase my LG V20, and we're going to try the V20 in here. The V20 doesn't have this curved back. I think the curved back on this one is actually, it's brought out a little bit more simply for the fact that the case that's on this one. So let's try the, I'm going to uncase my V20, and we're going to go through and actually try this one and see if we can get it in there. Alrighty, so we are back, and now we have, so this is my LG V20. This is out of its beautiful orange case now. So we're going to go through and actually try this, and I do expect this one should just kind of pop right in here now. Yep, fit really nicely right under that edge there. Slipped right in. We've got some nice clearance here. So this should actually work now. So that's going to pop in there. Wow, look at that. So that is one of the biggest phones on the market, the LG V20, and I can already see that my screen is on. You can see through there. You can actually see the video from my screen. Obviously, it's not any VR or anything. It's just my home screen on there. This is actually really neat. So I'm kind of looking at the overall build quality on this. So other than the fact that it's a little bit different in terms of how the mechanism works to get the phone in from what I'm used to, it's really not that, it's not difficult to get the phone in and get it captured in the device. And this little guy here, so as you slide the edge of your phone into here, so this is actually spring loaded to help hold the phone in place once it's in. So we look at this though, I mean, the overall build quality of this is actually pretty nice for what you get. I mean, I've seen some of these units. I mean, you've got the, obviously this is all plastic. I'm looking at the lenses in this, and I really don't see anything in here that calls out to me that says, you know, hey, there are some serious concerns for manufacturing or anything like that. I mean, the liner around here, it's obvious. I mean, it has a leather feel to it. Obviously, it's not real leather. It's a little bit of a leather, plasticky type feel. One of the things that I do like that they did though, and let's see, yeah, I don't know how well this is going to show up on the video, but you can actually see there are, this is not actually dimples, there are holes that are in this all the way around, and that's actually really good because what this does is it allows, so as you're wearing this, it will actually allow air to come in around your face as you're wearing this, so that it's basically a bit of a breathable material, which is actually really nice. I have an Oculus Rift that I received last year for my birthday, and I know it has a foam material around it, which is breathable, a bit breathable as well. Wearing these for long periods of time, you will still get a little bit sweaty, so it's probably a good idea to kind of keep these things cleaned off. But yeah, overall, this is the build quality. This is pretty nice. The thing that actually is kind of interesting about this, and I don't know if you were able to catch this earlier, so the lenses actually move independent of one another. So whether you're moving in or out, whether you're moving back and forth or you're moving left and right for the pupillary distance, they actually act independent of one another. And this is actually kind of interesting. I know the controls for the pupillary distance on my Oculus Rift, as you move the pupillary distance, they move together. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, you get people, you know, not everybody's the same, right? So your left eye might be slightly off kilter, off center from your right. I mean, nobody's face is perfectly symmetrical. So that's actually kind of a bit of a nice feature to be able to control these independently like that. Yeah, so you know, I'm kind of looking for rough edges from manufacturing or anything like that, and I don't see anything in here. Overall, the quality of this unit is actually very nice. I'm actually quite pleased with what I got for this at the price that I paid. We've got some other units out there like the Samsung Google units and things like that that are, you know, upwards of $100. This is not quite that much, but overall I think the quality is pretty good. So we've got we're going to have some more videos coming up for this over the next couple of days. We're going to go through and actually do a proper workout of this unit with both an Android phone, and I've got an iPhone around here too that I'm going to steal from my wife. We're going to go through and actually check out some apps and everything and see how this particular unit, and specifically the Bluetooth controller, we want to see how this works on both the Android and the iPhone units. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Appreciate you guys joining us today. So that's the unboxing of the ROK7 VR Box 2.0 VR headset for mobile devices. Thanks a lot, guys. Catch you later.